Alright, welcome back everyone. Ulfnero, good to see you. Whew. What a time, huh? Let's actually get into it now. Because that was a lot of background information, a lot of fun stuff, but there is so much more to talk about. And a game to play. I am very excited. If you are just tuning in, hello and welcome. As always, I am Adam. This is Ludo History, a channel focused entirely on history, and... Dang it! We're gonna have to quit the game for a moment because I forgot it had an intro cinematic. We're gonna try this again in just a sec. Anywho. Let's try that from the top. Welcome back, everyone. If you're just tuning in, as always, I am Adam. This is Ludo History, a channel focused entirely on historical games, and we have an absolute doozy of a history game here today. Because today is the launch of Last Train Home, a game developed by Ashbourne Games. That is a combination survival management sim, Oregon Trail-esque thingy, and RTS set in the exploits of the Czechoslovak Legion. We just went back through the actual history behind the game, looking at what happened, who the Czechoslovak Legion are, and introducing their crisscrossing of the Trans-Siberian Railway and the pivotal role they played in the Russian Civil War. Now, we're going to actually get into the game here, hang out, have a good time. If you like this sort of content, of course, make sure you're followed, and if you want to support us, consider subscribing to be notified for all future history games. Also, if you see stuff in the game that you're like, hey, I want to look into that more, we do have channel point redemptions to be able to look into stuff together on either research times, or if you want to talk more game design side things, we've got those channel points as well. So come hang out, have a good time, talk and chat, because it's more fun when we're all together. And let's try this again with Last Train Home. And its introductory cutscene. Come on, game. I believe in you.
Velká válka skončila. Jediné, co chceme, je vrátit se domů.
Mazarek!
Která
It's
se
him.
narodila v srdci Evropy. Jenže trčíme tady, protože sílící občanská válka blokuje přímou cestu na západ. Jediná cesta ven vede na východ přes území, o které bojuje Rudá a Bílá armáda. Musíme přejet Sibiř v obrněném vlaku a pak bezpečně doplout domů lodí. Je to naše jediná šance, jak tuto dlouhou cestu přežít. Možná to bude náš poslední vlak domů.
I am very excited. I am very, very excited for all of this. Anyway, so, it is worth saying that Ashbourne Games has been very clear. They have a whole dev diary just on history and the game. And they have relegated justly a lot of their historical information into a lovely, lovely encyclopedia. They worked with the Order of the Czechoslovak Legion and the Czechoslovak National Military Archive for the photographs that are being used in this, and the reconstruction on how arms and armor are being used, and the design of the trains and the locomotives they have. So we actually get a nice, really, really lovely breakdown in what's going on here in these lovely little stamps. Best placed at the front of the train wreck can deflect incoming damages if the gun turrets are manned that can provide distant fire support. Machine gun emplacements are also housed in this car and can help defend the train if it is attacked. And then we have a hospital car here. We have the infantry cars. We have a kitchen car. We have a storage car. And we have a workshop card. We also have locomotives. We have the locomotive Grandpa. This Grandpa was one of the first types of Russian steam locomotives during the First World War. It was often used on armored trains because of its sturdy construction and small size. It delivers a balance between speed and power, making it a versatile choice. The Russian 460 Hound steam locomotive is renowned for its excellent driving characteristics. It achieves high speeds but has lower durability and strength. And the Towing Bull. Designed in Austria-Hungary, it was deployed on steep mountainous lines that other locomotives could not traverse. It can pull a large number of cars, but it's a little bit slower. God. Now let me be clear. The design of these is fantastic. Right? The Tyaplushki, or the Tyaplushka, the infantry car, is just brilliant. So, if you want like little glimpses of daily life here, I think there's a lot to like about this, and I'll be really curious to see how much customization we get to do. Now, let's do it. Show guides, yes please. Difficulty preset, as it was meant to be played. So we have some options. We have Road Trip, which is just everything's turned low. Experience the vast hostile lands without needing to scrounge for stuff. A Tactician, if you just want to do the battles but don't care about the day-to-day lives. We have the Quartermaster, where if you really like crunchy survival games, but aren't so good at RTS games, we've got that. We've got the Commander, and then we have Custom, which lets you just change things however you need. We're just gonna stick with the basic ones here, and I make no promises. Just for the record, I make no promises because I'm not amazing. I'm okay at RTSs, and I'm okay at management games, but I'm not great at either of them, and trying to talk history while doing both turns my brain to mush, so we're going to try this. You believe in my skills. I think we saw most of the custom menu there. And, you know, we can adjust it at any time, so if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Během Velké války, které se později začalo říkat První světová válka, měla Československá legie za úkol bojovat jménem Ruska výměnou za podporu nezávislé Československé republiky. Válka si však vyžádala nesmírné ztráty na životech a hospodářský kolaps v Rusku, což zažehlo revoluci, která sesadila cara a přerostla v krvavou občanskou válku. Bolševici založili Rudou armádu, aby upevnili moc a vládu nad sjednoceným Ruskem, zatímco Bílá armáda vznikla proto, aby se Rudým postavila. Československá legie byla nyní ve velmi ošemetné pozici. Ozbrojená jednotka v cizí zemi, bez jasné příslušnosti k Rudým či Bílým. Západní hranice Ruska navíc stále ovládaly mocnosti, které založení Československa bránily. Československá prozatímní vláda proto legionářům nařídila, aby zůstali neutrální a vydali se na východ do Vladivostoku, kde se měli nalodit a plout zpátky do Evropy. Během evakuace přes transsibirskou magistrálu se však legie zapletla do ozbrojených střetů, které měly dopad na běh ruské občanské války. Nyní nás čeká příběh hry Last Train Home, fiktivního díla inspirovaného zápisky geniálního člena Československé legie a opravdového historického pramene. Příběh začíná u ambiciózního kapitána pod vedením majora Gazdíka, který vede poslední jednotku československých legionářů, která jede obrněným vlakem do Vladivostoku.
Voiceover is currently on the quiet side. It also looks like we're having a couple of hiccups in the stream here. No? Okay. OBS claims it was fine. I'm not sure I believe it, but that's okay. Anywho, voiceover is quiet. We can turn that up, no problem. It was also just generally quiet. The audio balance is not super spot on.
Hore, kapitán.
Anyway.
Treba skontrolovať vlak a môžeme vyraziť. Počul som, ako sa chválite, že budete lepší major ako ja. Nuž, uvidíme, ako vám pôjde velenie. Vezmite si čatu a vyrazte obchodovať s miestnym mlynárom, zatiaľ čo zvyšok legionárov bude strážiť vlak.
Amazing. Let's futz with some options here. Audio. Let's turn down the music volume just a smidge, and we can keep the speech volume at the same length. In your response, great. Audio and background, sure. Yep. Yeah, Gazdik speaks Slovak. But the historian, I believe, was speaking Czech. But yeah, anyway, quick thing. What's the English translation of Tsar being sometimes with a T and others with a C? So, in Russian, and in fact, in pretty much all... I am absolutely seeing... I am seeing stuttering here, so let's turn down the graphics. Let's do that, and that should help. Okay. So, in Slavic languages, it's just, right, Czech spells it with just a C. C-A-R. Tsar. Easy peasy. So, English doesn't have that as a single, like, orthographic symbol. And so, historically, they tend to do TS or, CZ, as just two variants. But TS is the more common one in the present, just because it's much easier to understand how that's supposed to be pronounced, I think, versus CZ, which in other places is pronounced ch, like in Czech. So I'm not sure why they have char. I don't really know what the Brits were thinking. I don't really think I understand what they're doing. But that's okay.
Mlyny sú zničené. Našťastie to vyzerá, že tu nebol nikto, kto by sa mohol zraniť. Ponáhľajte sa a pozbierajte vrecia so zásobami potravín skôr, než tiež zhoria.
To by šlo. A teď
Gather food. Everyone can go. You're gonna go grab them. Are there any others?
Vojna sa skončila.
No? Okay.
Blíži sa zima. Kto so zdravým rozumom by podpálil mlyn? Musíme sa porozprávať s mlynárom.
Yeah.
To nie je ďaleko. Poďme.
Vyrážam.
I can't read Cyrillic though. So I'm gonna work with the best that I can. It still is one orthographic symbol, even though the actual symbol is what that letter actually is different.
Ako rozkážete, pane?
Ček, áno, pane. Povídej, postarám se o to. Dobře, jdu tam.
That's just the edge of the playable area. Okay.
Rozumím.
Myslíte, že je to mlynářův dům?
Ak je tam niekto nažive, je našou povinnosťou pokúsiť sa mu pomôcť.
Alright. Opening the gate. Why is our medic opening the gate? That feels like a bad idea.
No?
I'll have our infantrymen go do that.
Niekto tam leží.
Vaše rozkazy, pane? Áno, pane.
Přišli jste zabít i mě?
Nie, pani. Sme československí legionári na ceste do Vladivostoku. Chceli sme nakúpiť zásoby vo vašom mlyne, ale keď sme prišli, bol v plameňoch. Kto to urobil?
Thank you, prisoner.
Bolševici dožadovali se, abychom jim předali zásoby na zimu jménem Lenina. Můj syn odmítl. Musíme živit rodinu, říkal. A tak ho zabili. A děti taky. Ty vojáci jste všichni stejní. Umíte jenom zabíjet. Jděte pryč a nechte mě umřít v pokoji.
Jestli bolševici chtěli jídlo, proč nechali ty pytle schořet spolu s mlýnem?
O jedlo vôbec nešlo. Tak to dopadá, keď odmietnete spolupracovať s Červenou armádou.
Well, Makes the allegiance extremely
Červení,
clear,
ktorí
huh?
zapálili túto farmu, sa nesmú dozvedieť, že sme tu. Ale nesmieme riskovať vlak. Nájdite si dobré miesto a preskúmajte kolaje pred nami. Ak je tam nejaký problém, aspoň budeme pripravení.
Hľadám kryt.
Was the Legion co-ed? Ah, Culkin. Also, yes, good to see you. Just went to look on the calendar of the game. Saw that I was a historian, so
Počúvam.
click to see. Yeah. We were, as you can see, we just got into the game itself. We were just going over the standard history of the Legion before then. So
Jasná věc.
just basically summarized what Victor Fitz has wrote on it 50 years ago. Just still very good.
Už jdu.
And now I am very excited to get in and explore the game space a little bit more too.
Je niekoho s ďalekohľadom na tamtém okraji. Prieskumníka. Hneď, kapitán.
You're a scout, right?
Poslouchám, pane.
Remind me. Scout, yes.
Samozřejmě.
Maximilian. Okay.
Hej, to červený zabili rodinu tej mlynárky a
There we
všetko
go.
spálili. Zaslúžia si smrť.
Oho, voják. Červená armáda sa bude zodpovedať za zločiny proti svojim krajanom. Ale nie nám. Stále sme na ruskom území a čaká nás dlhá cesta domov. Nechceme si robiť nepriateľov.
Nemluvě o tom, že diplomatické incidenty
Okay.
by mohly ohrozit naši novou republiku.
Dosť rečí. Naspäť do vlaku. Možno cestou nájdeme ďalšie zásoby.
So, there's a couple of conflations of time going on here that makes total sense. First one, right, since they said,
Rozumím.
and I've already said Czechoslovakia is its own republic, right, the new republic,
Ano,
we are in 1919.
už jdu.
But we're still acting like diplomacy with the Reds is on the table, which is much more of like an early, that first phase, that like April
Naši
1918.
vojaci už dlho nevideli žiadnu akciu. Čo keby sme si urobili strelecké cvičenie so strašiakmi?
Sure.
Jdu do krytu.
Let's roll this guy. Get him. Get
To
him.
nie sú strašiaky. To sú vypchaté čarodejnice.
Pozor na Babu Jagu, matku všech čarodějnic.
Menej rečí, viac strieľania.
Okay, Gazdik. But come on, we could talk about Baba Yaga instead.
Dobře, jdu tam.
No? No? I love that, just by the way.
Ček, už jdu.
Just as a by the way, that is magnificent.
Rozumáš, Baba Jaga.
Yeah, there's fuel. That's what I was looking for. It's like I feel like there's something else around here.
To by šlo.
Vaše rozkazy, tak já
Someone
to
should go over
vyvážím.
get that. Go over get that. And hooray!
Ano, pane.
Always down for more talking about Baba Yaga.
Pane, už jdu.
It's very good, right? One of the things I immediately like about this is that it does like acknowledge, you know, the Legionnaires were not superstitious, but
Nikde nikoho nenecháme. Priveďte sem celú čatu, než dáte rozkaz na odchod.
oh yeah, no, this is 100% Ukrainian. This is so Ukrainian. But right, this is not. They're not. How to say this? It's not that they're superstitious, but they are very engaged with folk culture, and so you'd see inside the train cars a lot of rumors, references to folk heroes, a lot of references to pseudo-historical figures, especially the Hussites. We'll talk more about them later because I think it's very, very cool the way that the Hussites end up like serving as an ideological influence on the Czechoslovak Legion. Like, I could spend a whole chunk on that. We'll do it some other time, though. And it is just, it's very, very good that we're getting those little references, those little touches in. They humanize, right? They really do a lot to immediately make these soldiers feel distinctively, like, Czechoslovakian, because that continues to be true into the 20th century, that really, really deep interest in sort of folklore and historical folk culture is amazing. And now, we are brave and resilient. Congratulations. We tried, and we succeeded. And we got some food, some cloth, and some fuel, and some, we used some bullets. As you and the others board the train empty-handed, a discussion ensues about the recent events. Some feel enraged, some uneasy. You're lost in thought about the experience of being in command. Mayor Gazdik grabs you by the shoulder, snapping you out of it. You did well, Captain, but you should stop bragging and start playing the role you hope for. Today you learned the bread and butter of commanding. Things never go the way you imagine. And look! And look who it is. It's our boy. This is probably an officer's quarter, because it looks like this is a converted passenger car, rather than a converted cargo car. And so, again, it's very good, right? You have, you know, it's probably a second class carriage, so you might have, you know, a couch and chair still. You've got, since it's officer and military place, you've got, you know, the maps, etc. They've got actual cigarettes instead of handmade stuff using newspaper and Russian tobacco. You've got a portrait of Tomasz Mazurek. And you've got other random stuff that the officers have picked up. It's just, it's there. Antonin Kura. We shouldn't have just let the Reds leave. They should pay for their actions. Killing people, stealing, and destroying food. Magdalena Zametska. Our provisional government says we should avoid conflicts. We cannot go around passing sentences as we see fit. We need to follow orders. Look what they do to their own people. What do you imagine they'll do to us when we actually face them? Considering we are a sizable military force in their country while civil war is brewing. I adore this. Again, this says, you know, we're in that first phase of evacuation. We are in Ukraine. It is early 1918. And the soldiers are worried because they are armed better than anyone else. They haven't given up their armaments yet. Or haven't been ordered to give up their armaments yet. And the soldiers all get a say. It's cool. And there's a lot of, you know, justified consternation and distrust in this evacuation, even though at Bakhmut, it's blending, right, Wolfie? It's blending different times. That's why it's really important that we have that narrative history that splits it up into these different phases, because it's pulling snippets from throughout the Legion's experience. And so this sequence is very 1918. Right? Other things we've already seen is very 1919. Anyway, we do have orders to remain neutral. Mazurek and Stefanik both said, you gotta stay neutral, so we're doing that. In a way, I bet they'd scatter if we faced them. Probably. They'd be thrilled to see us there. I bet they'd tell everyone how Czechoslovak legionnaires shot an honest miller and his family, burned the mill, and let the food be destroyed. Shall we proceed to Moscow then, as planned, or are we expecting trouble? We'll go to Moscow to pick up my future advisor, Captain Lenger. He's currently working to negotiate our safe passage to Vladivostok. Let's hope the negotiations will bear fruit. So, Captain Linger is serving a role of Ambassador Maxa? M-A-X-A in Latinized script, and I don't actually know, not actually 100% sure how to pronounce that. But he's the Czechoslovak provisional ambassador to Moscow in 1918, and is the person who gets arrested, ultimatumed by Trotsky to tell the Czechoslovak Legion to give up their weapons. So, that's sort of the role he's filling, though Langer is not. I mean, he's based on František Langer, but he's not himself a historical figure. Vladivostok? That's odd. I would not have guessed that because Czech has the stress on the first syllable of the word period. No deviation from that under, like, with a couple of exceptions, okay? But for the most part, no exceptions. Anyway. Welcome to the train. Oh. Look at our train. We've got an artillery car, we've got a storage car, we've got 2 infantry cars, and we got a hospital car. Look at that. Oh yeah, by the time they're done, they've functionally It is entirely possible that someone has fully circumnavigated the globe in the period of 1917 to 1920. Right, so someone could, in 1917, as part of the Kerensky Offensive, deserted from Austria-Hungary, right, been born in Prague, conscripted into the Austro-Hungarian army, deserted, joined the Czech Rifleman Battalion, been redeployed to Kiev, and then trekked across to Vladivostok, took a train to the United States, or took a ship to the United States, did a tour there, took another ship across to France, and then wound up back in Prague. The long way around. Anyway. Before leaving the train, you can filter which units to deploy by their combat roles, providing you have the necessary equipment. The minimum number of soldiers you can deploy from the train is 3. However, you can and should do more than that. Squad composition and selection should not be taken lightly. Managing your forces requires forward thinking. Be mindful that exhausted and injured soldiers cannot be deployed from the train. If they're left behind or killed, they die. You know, people die when they're killed. As the soldiers progress, you can unlock multiple combat roles. If there is no action at the point of interest, the squad will be sent back to the train. Also, game time. Much of it occurs in real time. Traveling between stations, crafting items, and healing soldiers can only happen while time is actively progressing. However, you can pause at any point if you want to plan ahead. You can also fast forward time if you just need to get somewhere fast. Cool. Can only be visited after the train has passed. New soldier, XP, fuel, cloth, and food. And then we stop. The train stops several dozens of meters before the station. There is another train blocking your path. As you and others exit the train, you are greeted with grave silence and a few rifles aimed in your direction from near the station. Towards you, a tall Red Army officer is walking, accompanied by 2 soldiers. Adam Morozov. Greetings, legionnaires. My name is Adam Morozov. Who is in command of your unit? Major Gazdik steps off the train and shakes Morozov's hand firmly. You glimpse his other hand resting on the hilt of his trench knife. A sure sign he smells trouble. And you know he's rarely wrong. Major Otakar Gazdik, I'm in command of this train. To what do I owe this pleasure, General? Morozov betrays a look of mixed amusement and satisfaction, evidently unsure if the Major has recognized his rank by the insignia on his uniform, or through his reputation as a hero of the Great War. Mere coincidence, I was visiting family nearby. Nonetheless, our encounter is most fortunate, as I have a proposition, one of mutual interest. What do you want, Morozov? Do tell, I'm all yours. Indeed, and that's how it should be, my friend, because it is in my power to ensure your safe passage through Russia. That is what you want, is it not? All you need to do is hand over your weapons. Give us our weapons? To you? I don't think so. You'd probably use them to shoot us, and then burn the entire station to the ground. You are not the first legionaries to pass through here. Your country and handed over their weapons without incident. For your soldiers' sake, do as I ask, or you will regret it. Oh, I'm sure you intend to let us be on our merry way, completely unscathed, with a full belly and a happy heart. I said my piece, General. Start shooting or get out of our way. It's your choice. Morozov stares silently at Gazdik. A few legionaries shift uneasily and unsling their rifles, which until now had been shouldered despite the obvious threat. Then Morozov slowly raises his hands and smiles. There's no hint of deception in his expression. Seems at ease, almost pleased. I appreciate your candor, Major. I think we both know where we stand. Until we meet again. With a polite nod, Morozov turns away and is followed by his soldiers. He boards the Red's train and departs. Everyone is a bit rattled. The departure of the train reveals the station. There, a disaster. I love it. Right? Chat, it is obvious. Right? We know from the word go that Morozov is a bastard, right? Like, this guy's a jerk. You love to hate him. He is scary as hell. Even in this first meeting. But you know he's the bad guy. There's no question on it. But he's right there. He's right there. And so instead of it being, you know, a telegram to a half a dozen various diplomats whose names you have to keep track of, just condense it. The very real order that occurred at several stages, you get something really, really cool. Hey, thank you for the tiny raid, Shadow Friends VT, with a party of 2. Shadow Raid. Hello. Welcome. We are playing Last Train Home, which is about the Czechoslovak Legion, which is out of a war full of wild stories, might be the wildest story. Right? Might be the single wildest story out of the entire history of World War I and its aftermath. Appreciate it. Good to see you. So yeah, to say hello properly, I'm Adam. I'm a trained historian. Mostly I do medieval stuff, that's my background. But I also do cultural heritage talking and play historical games. And so we're doing Czechoslovak Legionnaire stuff, which means we're doing modern Slavic history, which is a learning experience for all of us. Okay, let's go. Create new squad. We have some options, don't we? We have, well, okay, 5 options. Everyone, get in here. You're a grenadier and a train worker. Cool, so we have... I love it. We have... a bunch of stats. We have rations we can manage, etc, etc. But we also have a combat role and a train role. Because people are not just doing one thing, they have to do a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, we can have goulash. Exciting. Get in here. Intelligent, hunter, eagle-eyed, and a monarchist. Wait, hang on. Everyone's got... No. What are these other rules? Clumsy. Okay. And weak. I see. And a nationalist. There's so much detail. Diligent. Nationalist. Focused and strong-willed, we love to see it. Avaricious. Not a good person, but a good haggler. Religious. Focused. Herbalist. And a little bit sickly. Humorous. I feel like every Czech character should just have this. Good lord, they laugh at... Czech people laugh at everything. Another monarchist. I mean, might be a problem. I said monarchist and we had an ominous thunderclap. We love to see it. The weather's listening. Go for it. Yeah, presumably they're saying what they actually want is a autonomous Czechoslovakia under Habsburg rule. right, in the Austro-Hungarian Empire.
Je tu příliš ticho. Vyrazte, ale majte oči aj uši na stopkách.
Zaujímám pozici.
Well, that's not good.
Jdu do krytu.
I mean, I love the train depot here. I adore the train depot, but there's a lot of dead people around it, so that's...
Červený nechali pár dědinčanů nažive. Myslím, že potřebuju pomoc.
Měním pozici. Ano?
Elžbieta! Anyway,
Jdu.
yeah, they did kind of kill the
To
whole...
má být vtip?
Stop it.
Nádhera
Jsem
bota.
připravena.
Heal you.
Budeš žít. Povídejte.
Good, I can pause that at any time. So just pace? Yeah. Someone else should go get this, because that's a medical kit. And we should otherwise go explore the town here.
Jsme
Oh,
československý legionáři na cestě do Vladivostoku.
okay.
Můžete nám povedat, co se tu stalo?
Rudá armáda si přišla pro rekruty a zásoby. Řekli jsme jim, ať jdou pryč, ale oni se jen smáli a sebrali nám všechno, co chtěli. Každého, kdo se jim postavil, zabili. Viděli jsme nákladáky plné dělostřelecké munice, jak jedou k řece. Bydlí tam moje sestra. Jsem strachy bez sebe. Pomozte mi, prosím.
Přišli jsme nakoupit zásoby. Nie sa zapliesť do ruských záležitostí. Ale červení na nás zaútočili už skôr a očividne tu nechystajú nič dobré. Vlak prostě nemôžeme riskovať. Takže musíme i zistiť, čo sa tu deje.
Vyzerá to, že ten most sabotovali. Budeme ho musieť opraviť, aby sme sa dostali ďalej.
Nástroje a materiály najdete v nedalekém táboře. Přímo tamhle.
All right. I also want to take a look over here.
Dobře?
See if there's anything of note in this town.
Postarám se o
Teeny
to.
tiny town. For us to steal. Because fun fact, in you can set the language. We currently have the language set to immersive Jakista, which means people are speaking a mix of Czech, Slovak, and Russian as appropriate.
Dobře, jdu tam.
If you want to just switch it to English, though, it is fully, or just turn off voices entirely.
Postarám se o to.
You can do that too, no problem. But yeah,
Už jdu.
especially in this first phase of things, it does turn out
Čekám.
they largely stole,
Ano?
right,
Dobře, jdu tam.
the Legion was largely stealing supplies all the way from Kiev to Moscow.
Rozkazy?
Já to viděl.
Ano, pane.
Hang on. Tactical view. We're gonna try and be smart about this. Don't need
Čekám na rozkazy. Schovám
you
Ano?
and you. Run up here.
Jsem
All right.
připravena.
Well, we've been had.
Rozkazy?
We've been seen.
Hledám.
The other three are gonna push up here. Well, this squad opens fire over here. Alright. Now, they are behind cover. Beautiful.
Čekám. Jdu do útoku.
The whole squad's just gonna open fire here. Now open fire on that guy.
Ano?
And now open fire on that guy. Roll him. Go. Get him. Beautiful.
Připravena.
Že jsme v
An army stealing supplies that's just unprecedented. Truly. Truly never before seen.
Postarám se o to.
But Dalibor Vaha gets into this a fair bit. Basically, right in the first phase of the evacuation, as the winter ends and they sort of build up into the Russian spring.
Dobře, jdu tam.
That's a political term. But like literally get out of the harshness of winter.
Rozkazy?
They start decorating the trains, and in order to like add stairs to their train cars, etc.
Postarám
They
se o
just,
to.
they literally just steal all the
Nepřítel podle
supplies.
všeho zaujímá dobrou obranou pozici v plném krytu. Bez dlouhého dostřelu či granátů budeme muset na jejich pozici vtrhnout.
Alright, so we can charge the enemy. Who's got the ability to do charges? Is it you? Someone's got the ability to do charges. You know, you're a machine gunner.
Připraven, pane.
You're a charge. Oh, I don't have the range yet. Fine. Go! Go! Get him! Get him! Everyone else!
Čekám.
Everyone else can just kind of fire. Across the way. Stab! Nailed it!
Sem zaujímám pozici.
Good job. Good job, Bedre.
Ano,
And we can push on.
se o to.
Tady se to rudými jen hemží. Asi by bylo dobré zůstat v utajení co možná nejdéle. Hlavně nikdo nesmí omylem vystřelit. Střelba není zrovna nenápadná.
Připraven, pane. Zaujímám pozici.
Sneak. We need to become sneak.
To je lepší možnost. Ano.
Vidím nepřítele.
Hledám kryt. Čekám na rozkazy. Vidím
Knife him.
to postarám.
I believe in you. Go knife him. Gunshots are not very stealthy.
Ano. Ano, pane.
Stabs.
Odpočívaj v pokoji, soudruh.
Nice stab. But yeah, there's two more there, and then a med station up there.
Jsem připravena.
So we're gonna, for the most part, hide behind here. And tactical view. Tactical view can check important info and plan next steps. All right. So,
Čekám na rozkazy.
what's these guys' field of view? Yeah, so I can't get, unless if I position both of people
To je lepší možnost.
sort of in good positions, it is
Zaujímá pozici.
hard to get stuff. Are the enemies partisans? Yeah, they're Red Army partisans.
Připraven, pane.
So we just have to get both people here sort of playing together.
Jsem připravena.
You. I'm gonna try and knife you. Well, you are gonna try and knife you. And between the two of you, hopefully we'll get both stabs quick enough that we're not gonna have everything go off.
To je lepší možnost.
Hopefully. I need them to, like, wait for, like, 3 more seconds. Beautiful. That should be about perfect. 3, 2, 1, stab, stab.
Keď teraz máme tú hnusnú vec za sebou, pozrieme sa, aká zlá je situácia.
Nie.
You should, no, you.
Dejte.
Go heal. No, you should go there. You should go there. And we got the repair kit.
Našla jsem opravářskou sadu.
Beautiful.
Teď máme, co potřebujeme k opravě mostu.
Postarám se o to.
And now we can pick up a repair kit to deal with a very real problem. Because do you know what the problem with being on a rail line is? If you blow up the tracks, or blow up the train, or blow up other bridges around the tracks, you can just
Měli
block
bychom ji
it.
obsadit, abychom měli lepší přehled o okolí.
Hned tam budu.
right, you can just fully block that.
Postarám se o to. Rozumím.
Cool. There, I don't think there's anything particularly... Don't see any Red Army partisans around here. So we'll just capture it real quick. And that'll be good. By the way, Wafflesy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
To sú určite tie nákladiaky, ktoré prevážajú delostreleckou muníciu.
We can blow up artillery trucks.
Musíme ich zastaviť.
Neexistuje nič, čo by nezastavil granát.
Hlavně nesmíme být moc blízko výbuchu.
Alright.
Zaujímám pozici.
Hey look,
Áno.
couple of random guys. Dushan, who to check?
Vaše rozkazy?
Nate. Boom.
Hádžem granát!
Boom. Come on. Blow this thing up. Yep. That worked.
Ten most vyzerá ako dokonalé miesto na prepadnutie. Ďalej by sme mali
That
pokračovať
worked.
až potom, čo zistíme, čo by nás mohlo čakať na druhej strane. Nemá niekto ďalekohľad?
Yeah, we got a couple of folks with binoculars. Where's my dudes? They're all the way over there. There's got to be good stuff in here, right? Like,
Čekám. Ano,
come on.
pane.
Surely, can we even get across that? Can we? There's barbed wire in the way. I don't think we can enter that
Postarám se
space.
o to.
Okay, fair enough. Understood.
Už jdu.
Yeah, for the most part, they seem to be going mostly for
Hledám kryt.
the not very surprising.
Podívám se. Nepřítel.
That worked fine. Totally, right? I've got another scout.
Ano.
All the way. But right, they're doing just very classic.
Vidím nepřítele.
Very, very classic.
Vědí, že jsme tady. Přijdou si pro nás. Připravíme ten kulomet a dáme jim co proto.
Hledám kryt.
RTS things of saying, yeah, understood, I'm going there. Etc., etc. Anyway, we have a machine gun.
Tuto půjde.
And we also have a bunch of riflemen who we can hide in cover around. I want to get my grenadiers and riflemen in cover. You're already going, that's great.
Som tu.
You can push up. My other grenadier can also push up.
Tu sú! Bráňte
I want
sa!
my medics to hide back, because I don't trust them to be okay. And then my other scouts can, I don't know, hide next to my machine gunner? Or how about up there?
Moudrá volba.
How about over there? And well, I should get everyone in position at just the right time. Please actually be behind cover.
Skryjem se.
Good, good, good. And we are ready. We are good. We are good.
Ano, pane. Oružie, spojuj.
Actually, hide back there still. I don't... We should have enough guns there. Yeah, the machine gun's good, turns out.
Ostatní nejsou tak hloupí, aby proti nám šli poté, co viděli, jak to jejich kámoši koupili na mostě.
Takže povoláme dělostrelecký útok a postaráme sa, aby tí hajzli zaplatili za svoje zločiny.
And, yeah. Screw these people in particular.
Aha, ako to búcha.
Přišli jsme si pre zásoby na cestu.
Pane, už jdu.
Vezmeme ich a vypadneme odtiaľto.
Tie zásoby sa mi veľmi brať nechce. Červení ich určite ukradli tým dedinčanom.
Vesničané jsou mrtví. A jestli se nepohneme, budeme mrtví i my.
Jsem na cestě.
Exactly, because you know they have heavy artillery on that train. And that's very true.
Jdu do krytu.
In trains of this type in this period, the standard Russian armored car or armored train in World War One had between 4 and 5 machine guns per armor car or per weapons car, and 2 heavy mortars of exactly the type of shielding and rotation abilities that we see
Zima se blíží.
in the game. Right, it is almost an exact copy, which is
Už jdu.
as it should be.
Som tu. Ano.
To je uhlie.
Battlefield 1 has the Ottoman train
Najcennější surovina
that
na
is
našej ceste.
of a very similar style.
Najcennejšia surovina jedlo?
Ovšem, v dalším depu bychom si měli koupit lokomotivu, která jezdí na borůvky. A
There-
možná bychom mohli pálit borůvky, abychom se ve vlaku přes Sibiř zahřáli.
They're all important.
Na pozici.
Don't be like that. Also, I am short a legionnaire. Sir, where are you? There you are.
Připraven, pane.
I was like, where do they be?
Postarám se o to.
But yeah, Austria, everyone used armored trains. Ottomans, Germans, Austria, Hungary,
Ano?
France, and various facets of the Russian Imperial forces all very much relied on armored trains as the way you move around.
Velmi zdatný s bajonetem.
No, keď mi v guľomete dôjde munícia, je to len bremeno. Jednoducho by som privolal delostrelecký útok.
So, they're incredibly important, and they develop quite a bit over the period, but, right, 2 big heavy artillery turrets that they can fire on people, and then about 4 or 5 heavy machine guns that are also on the train, turn them into pretty deadly backline support. Yeah, the Ottoman ones are super famous, partly because it's such a bonkers idea of trying to build... Hi, game? You feeling okay? I'm unpersuaded game is feeling okay. My stream's chunking a bit. But... Anyway, the idea that... Right, part of what makes them famous is the fact that they fail. Which is an issue. And so, oh, no, do it. Promoted, yeah. But they try and build a single rail line across the Arabian desert. And it's just such a transparently stupid idea. Right, they need that connection line, but it's such an unfriendly place for a big heavy armored train that, obviously, Lawrence of Arabia makes it immediately famous, but mostly his exploits in, stopping it make it famous. Oh good, and we have a ton of ammo right now. Handguns and rifles. And we used only 12 and 20 machine gun ammo. That's not bad. Exactly, it's extremely hard to protect. You're incredibly reliant on horses, really, to do that work. And otherwise it's tough. And actually, that to some extent ends up being true here with the Czechoslovak Legion as well. While certainly they have fewer problems of the sorts of fortifications that the Ottomans had, the weaknesses of the armored trains do kind of continue to be an issue. Basically, they're extremely dangerous if they are either protected or attacked head-on. Right? If 2 trains run at each other on the track, it's going to be a bad time for everybody. So, the actual combat, when 2 armored trains face off against each other, is actually, you have to get off the train in order to stay alive. Because if you trap the other infantry inside the train, well then you're just shooting fish in a barrel. It's an absolute massacre if you can't get off the train to screen those flank lines. And that happens to the Czechs, and the Czechoslovak Legion does it to Red Army forces on multiple occasions. Anyway, back on the train, the soldiers discussed the confrontation with Morozov at the station, as well as the violence the Reds enact against unarmed villagers. Most, though not all, feel that the artillery strike on the Reds' encampment was justified. Major Gazdik is lost in thought. I think the Reds were expecting us. Setting a trap, perhaps. What I don't understand is why. And why now? Isn't Captain Longer conducting negotiations in Moscow? He is, but we don't know the outcomes of those negotiations. Everyone get to your posts. I have letters to write, and the train is not going to get us to Moscow by itself. Dismissed. We get Alfred Kraus, we get Elzbieta Vibiralova, and we get Dushan Hudacek. We also got rank ups. He gets 1 stat point. Yeah. 1 stat point. Increases range of guns, increases range of distraction and of sleep flask, increases speed of heal, precision of focus, and increases defense of various things. We'll do that. We'll get his fitness up, because, Yeah. He's a rifleman, but he's also very, very, very good at running up and stabbing people. Cool, I can unlock that. I don't know if I need to. I guess. Like, I would love to rank up one more. Right, just make him real good at that. Stabity. Exactly. Oh, I did not want to do that. I wanted to go to you. Level up again. Is now a Lance Corporal. We're gonna up his intelligence. He's Scout. His Dex goes up by 1 for the rank. And he can unlock just about anything. Roll progression. And rank and the train movement. I would like for you to... Did you say you could unlock Engineer? But, haha, it's a Lance Corporal. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Cool. I guess since I don't have a lot else, I can either wait. Or I could just unlock the machine gunner as well. Because I guess they gain experience on their own in various roles. I guess that's just how that works. Alright, Precision, have a good night, my friend. Thank you for hanging out and having the great insights. Anyway, we are now... Oh, I need to unpause. We are now on our way. Yes, machine guns are probably useful. Yeah, machine guns are the most powerful tool against one of these trains. Because if you get a machine gun on the flank... Right, let's zoom in on our train real quick. So, the way the combat in base works, of course, right, you have people here, here, and here, right? And they have, as you can see, right... What, 12 people per car, at most? At max, in these early stages, it could be up to 30, which is rough. It's not a good time. But, like, 10 to 15, totally fine. Totally expected. Arranged up in these nice bunk beds. Look at them. Just having a nap. Having these teeny tiny things with like a communal table, tea kettle, and an improvised wooden stove. It's great. But, the sides of this are made of wood. Right? So if you get a machine gun right here, shooting out of cover, what happens to these 3 cars? The answer is nothing good. So, the main strategy here is, as you pull into as the train pulls to a stop, everyone loads out of these cars very, very quickly, unless you absolutely have to, like you're stuck in the hospital car. And they're going to create a screen that pulls on both sides of the train here to try and prevent the other people around here from setting up these flank positions with a heavy machine gun and just shredding the Tiaplushki. Tiaplushki, or Tiaplushka, plural Tiaplushki, is the Czech name for these individual rail cars. A converted cargo thing for military barracks. So yeah, it's bad news. You don't want to mess with that. But couldn't the Red Army just destroy the train tracks? They could. There's just one problem with that. If you destroy... oh yeah, I should probably do that, huh? If you destroy this rail line, how do you get supplies from these towns and people from this town, from this town, from this town, from the forests you're burning out here, or if you're harvesting wood out here, into the city? And how do you get, if you hear news, oh, there's German armies out here, or a Czechoslovak Legion train coming out here? How do you get someone to meet them if you destroy the only rail line? Right? In a desperate situation, you can absolutely do that. And they did that, in fact. But both sides are equally reliant on these train lines in order to ferry supplies, information, and people to various locations along the fronts. And so if you destroy them for everybody. As a matter of fact, in late May 1918, this exact problem happens at Prava, I believe. Let me see if I can check on that. I didn't write it down. I believe it's Prava. As a town that gets just captured by Czechoslovak forces right after the fighting breaks out. There was a reinforcement train for the Bolsheviks using the same line that arrives a couple of hours after it. Right? So they didn't destroy the tracks to stop the Czech 4th Regiment from arriving because they were waiting for... No one's injured. They were waiting for a Bolshevik train to arrive to do the exact same thing. Right. And if they had arrived before the Czech assault started at 1 in the morning, well, they'd be in a lot of trouble. Oh yeah, we should make sure everything's stocked. Infantry car, that's fine. Storage car, don't think has anyone necessary there. Artillery car, we have a day and a night at the cannon. And at the machine guns along the side here. Hey look, right, 2 artillery and 4 heavy machine guns. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think I need anyone there right now, because it shouldn't really honestly matter. And the engineers are happy doing their own thing. Cool. You have been called into the office of Mayor Gazdik. Captain, as you're aware, we're low on some of the critical supplies. We got some in Sukhanichi, but not nearly enough, and we have a long way to go. There's a village head called Kalaga. Send a squad there and have them buy more food and herbs if they have some. Select squad. Frankly, we're just going to deploy that whole squad right there. I am going to have to slow down the train a bit, honestly. Like, it's cruising. I did wait too long. Oh, I did do that too early. They're just walking along the same thing instead of running here and then meeting up. But... right, we're gonna let them do their thing. And as they tick down... well... train may need to wait a moment. Just let them do their thing, because I deployed a bit quickly. Nothing wrong with that. The train can wait. In fact, trains were stuck waiting for a long period of time. Your people have arrived at the village and are meeting with the village elder. Welcome, soldiers. What brings you here in these trying times? We've come to trade. We need food and herbs to help the sick and wounded. I see. Well, I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you. The boys of the Red Army have already taken away all the extra food we had. Military requisition, they said, for the good of the state, you see. But you can visit Ilya's store. He's a good lad. You can have something you can use. Tell us more about the Reds. One would think everything would calm down now that the Great War is over, but they recruit and requisition like they're getting ready for another war. We don't hear much here, but I'm worried. Alright, so we have 5,100 monies. And all of these resources, but we want to buy as much stuff as we can. Choose amount. And herbs. Buying all of those for half my monies. That's fine. And now we recall squad. So we're just gonna wait. But right, whether we're buying supplies, just recovering after a battle, or starting stuck because we have to engage in diplomacy with local Bolshevik or White Army or SR elders, we're outrunning them a bit. We need to wait. Okay. Right, there was long periods here where the soldiers are stuck, basically completely inactive. There's no combat going on. They don't really need anything. It's just like, around, waiting, hanging out. That gives them a lot of time to decorate, tell stories, sing songs, play on the harmonica, yell at each other, squabble about inane nonsense. You know, the usual things that people do. Why is there a forest burning? It's a good question. TBH, I'm not sure. Hard to tell. It might be... It's hard to tell whether that's wildfire, whether that was military activity, whether that's clearing for agricultural use. Don't know, honestly. Couldn't tell you. Oh. Suddenly, a loud metallic clang echoes through the air, and the train begins to slow down. It seems the engine has broken down. You see Mayor Gazdik coming towards you with a frown on his face. Damn thing broke again. Captain, assign some workers to fix the locomotive so we can continue. There's no point in waiting aimlessly for the repairs to finish, so let's take advantage of that. Send a squad to look for our supplies. We've got a long way to go, and we need to make the most of every moment. Hope we don't have any more surprises today. I don't have a good feeling about the meeting with General Morozov. What are you waiting for, Captain? Get to work. Alright, alright. We need to take a look at this. We need to repair that. Okay. Gotcha, the train has to stop moving first. It's working on it. Workers! Klaus, you're not doing anything. Cecil, you're not doing anything. Yeah. Oh. You are working the cannons right now. You are currently stoking the assignment. That's fine. 2 of you should be enough to do that. So it is there. We're going to... Actually, we're going to disband this squad, because we're going to create a couple of squads here. 1. You are a rifleman? No, you're a grenadier. 3. And 4. Confirm. We're gonna create another squad. That's the other 3. Yeah. Oh, as a rifleman. Gotcha. Confirm. And now we take squad... Oh, we're gonna go over here. We're gonna go grab squad 1. And we're gonna go over... Nope. Here. We're gonna select squad 2. There we go. And we are good to go. What diaries did they write that later turned into memoirs? I'm gonna have to pull up the Vaha's writings again. Actually, I think I have it in the reference document. We'll let them tick away quietly. Did I write it down? Boo. I don't think I did. I did not write down the names of the people in my reference documents. So I will have to look that up here soon. Which is fine. We can totally do that. But I don't remember their names off the top of my head. I remember Franz Schlonger as one of the fiction writers. But I don't remember... Oh. I remember some of the people doing it, but yes, that is absolutely what they were doing, right? Writing, taking notes, all that jazz. Oh, heck. Actually, no. Did I forget to forage? No. Heck, did I forget to do... Did I just forget to do the thing? I would like you to stop. Countermand that. Select squad. Reroute. Because I just, like, forgot to actually do the thing. They have arrived. They should try and catch some fish. Is the train done? It's unclear if the train's done. Cool. And now that they're here, search. Report Major, we searched the area and gathered what was usable. He got some game. Antonin also found some herbs. And Elżbieta got injured. Oops. Alright, and we've got 2 folks who are tired. So they should return. Are they looking for food? Yes. So we hunted some deer. And then we, train good? Train does appear to be good. So we'll let that start ticking forward. And then the squads can sort of meet up here as they need. Alright, now you can get back on board. You can go up, and then we can zoom in on the train itself to go force some folks to take a nap. You. Cora. Yes. Your current duties need to be go to bed. Squad 1 resting, ready to be deployed. Fantastic. Hospital car. Go make a recovery. Everyone else, you're sleeping. Great. And you should also go sleep. Squad 1 resting. Cool. That should be fine. That should be fine. But yeah, these folks are just hanging out, healing. They're fishing. They're healing. Everyone's having a good time. Nope, I need to stop the train, not stop them. And the train can sit and wait here, outside of Moscow, for these folks to finish this. Did they catch some fish? That was not what I needed. Success? Success. Well, okay. Sort of a success. 9 food and 1,000 combat roll EXP. He leveled up by shooting fish, chat. Huge plays. What things are you? I think you're currently a grenadier, aren't you? Yeah, you're currently a grenadier. Yes, I would like to do that. Fitness of 5. And he can unlock another one. He can be a rifleman if I so choose instead. Or we can save that for other things. You got promoted by general by shooting so many fish? Why don't the Reds attack? Oh no, I'm sure it's fine. Right, we have an agreement. We have an agreement with the Bolshevik government, negotiated by no less of a person than Tomasz Masaryk, that says we should be fine. This should all be fine. Nothing bad will happen. What's a grenadier do? Throw grenades at people. Oh, heck. I screwed up real bad. Holy moly. I forgot to send these guys back. So they're gonna hang out for a minute. Well, the train's gonna hang out for a minute while they walk back before I leave them behind. Because that'd be real dumb, wouldn't it? Don't get attacked by wolves on the woods, okay? The poor guy's wondering where the train went. Look, we just moved past the next town. It's fine. It's only like 2 extra miles. Right. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? What could possibly... Yeah, no, originally grenadiers are not just throw grenades at people. By this time period, they're throw grenades at people. Right, in like the 18th century, 17th and 18th century, when the term emerges, it means something different. But it's... Alright. Adalżbieta is fine now. Thought grenadiers were more popular in the Napoleonic Wars than the Franco-Prussian War, where they also used in World War I. They are, you are correct to say that they are more popular and have a more, like, defined combat role in those earlier wars. They pretty much just kind of get roped into other standard units. But obviously games love having dedicated grenadiers, because it's a nice bit of difference besides you get a rifle, and you get a rifle, and you get a rifle. So, splitting up, you know, having grenades and bayonets versus, instead of that just being an everyone thing, having units in a company that are specializing in that. If I remember right, Zoe, you're asking me for, like, a period that I'm really not that familiar with. But they're more of just a standard elite unit. Right, so they are not artillerymen, right? They're also not frontline infantry. They're much more of a veteran, sort of veteran corps units, like, what, Frederick I uses his grenadiers as, like, the centerpiece of his shock infantry corps. Or Frederick, not the First, Frederick the Great of Prussia. Anyway, we're pulling into Moscow. Oh good, miraculous fungus, definitely not Flyagric, what? No. Nobody's tired, everyone's feeling good, everyone's getting sleep. It is 9 o'clock at night, and we are pulling into Moscow. Now, Everything we faced has had one skull. This has 4 skulls. I'm sure it'll be fine, right? No way the Red Army is going to attack us. We have diplomacy. All of our soldiers are talking about how there's bad omens and desolation rules over the land. Nah, it'll be fine, right? The power of diplomacy will see us safely through this, right? Right? Well, regardless of right or wrong, I do need to use the restroom, though. So, we're gonna stand up and stretch, and I'll leave you all to speculate about how badly things are gonna go the moment we sign back in. So, if you've been enjoying this, hello from behind the quest nails, but don't go anywhere, because we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Everyone should go stand up, stretch, have a good time, and we will be back real soon. Alright, welcome back everyone. I am going to continue inhaling a sandwich here, because I desperately need to eat something before shit hits the fan. North Siberia is a hugely underdeveloped land, but did they pass through any places of interest? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, like, there's tons of places of interest throughout Siberia and Transbaikal. Right. Actually, let's click out of the game real quick here, because I have that power. Well, we can look back over here at our glorious map of the Trans-Siberian Railway. Right, so one place that might be particularly interesting to you in terms of the cool cities that they pass through. I want to emphasize this one right here, Yekaterinburg. Now, if you already know stuff about the Russian Civil War, you know that city. Because in November 1918, the Romanov family was executed at their palace in Yekaterinburg. Yep. The Czechoslovak forces, part of the Legion, rolled into the town and established a military depot there 8 days later. That sure is some timing, isn't it? Yep, November 1918. Czechoslovak Legion establishes a base in the city where the Romanov family was killed. In November 1918. Yeah. I mean, in terms of a strategic location, it's kind of obvious from a military spot. Right? If the front is along mostly the Volga River, right, the Volga River, the northern reaches of the Volga River, and then coming south, Yekaterinburg and Chelyabinsk are incredibly important, right, supply cities that are close to the front lines but not on the front lines. So being able to establish sort of set up base there is actually a really big deal. It's just the timing is sure something. Alright, let's rock and roll. So, if you are just tuning in, hello and welcome. I'm Adam, as always, this is Little History, a channel focused on history games, and we are playing Last Train Home, which launched today. It's developed by Ashbourne Games in the Czech Republic, and it kind of rules, because it's talking about the Czechoslovak Legion and the remarkable 2.5-year-long evacuation of Russia and the role they played in the Russian Civil War, fighting against the Bolshevik army. It's a remarkable story, and the game is doing some really fun stuff. And, you know, given when we're set, we're one of the last trains, but we have diplomatic agreements with Bolshevik diplomats in Moscow that we can pass through safely, no problem, nothing bad's gonna happen, on our way to Vladivostok on the other side of the continent in order to get home. Right? Right. Yeah, we're going to see how that goes. So, if you enjoy this, of course, make sure you follow. But let's get in, talk some more history, and see what the heck's going to happen, because it's not going to be a good time, let me tell you that. 4 skulls of difficulty. I'm sure this will actually move you to the next region and you won't be able to go back. Are you sure you want to continue? Incomplete side quests and deployed squads will be lost. Starting to have doubts about this Morozov guy, huh? Thick black plumes of smoke rise to meet the storm clouds overhead. Moscow is on fire. Through the pouring rain, you can hear gunfire. Major Gazdik moves from car to car, pulling senior officers aside for a briefing at the rear of the train as it slows for the city station. Alright, as you can see outside, the situation isn't good. There's fighting in the streets of Moscow. It's nothing short of civil war. But we have our orders. We must go in and meet up with Captain Longar and his unit. So we are to locate Captain Longar and then depart Moscow together? This should be quick and easy, right? Let's assemble a squad and go into the city. Don't underestimate danger. One stray bullet and we'll be in the middle of a bloodbath. And for God's sake, don't shoot first. We don't want to make things any worse. That clear? Dismissed. As the senior officers follow and shuffle past, Major Gazdik grabs your arm and gives you a familiar, reassuring look. You'll be fine, Captain. Science and soldier for the mission. I trust your judgment. Have them locate Captain Longar as quickly as possible, but keep your wits about you. I'm expecting trouble. We're going to disband that squad. We're going to edit this squad. We're just bringing everybody. Right, the recommended squad size is everybody. As a rifleman. So we have... what? We have 2 scouts. We have 1 machine gunner. We have 2 grenadiers. We have 1 rifleman. And we have 2 medics. Yeah, go for it. Sounds great. It takes all of my stamina. But, it should be fine. Remember, Prussian, the Czechoslovak Legion broke these treaties just as freely. And just as quickly. Let's not glamorize this in terms of framing Russian treaties as uniquely worthless. The most egregious example is, you know who betrayed Admiral Kolchak and handed him over to Bolshevik forces in Irkutsk in 1920? After promising him safe passage to the British diplomatic envoy in Irkutsk. The Czechoslovak Legion, under direct orders of Jan Surovi. You don't get far in this political landscape by committing too hard to treaties. It's part of the remarkable success of the Legion that they are willing to break agreements under their best judgment with little diplomatic oversight. And that's just a feature of the time period.
Čo to? Major, ten vlak sa rúti plnou parou priamo proti nám.
Do pekla červený do nás tu narazit. Legionári, pripravte sa!
Well.
Generál Morozov.
Měl jsem pocit, že se opět setkáme.
Ste klamár a zbabelec.
Jak to?
Zničiť vlak plný vojakov na cestě domů, keď naše národy mezi sebou nebojují.
Dovolte mi připomenout, že jsem vám dal na výběr, majore. Když složíte zbraně, můžete Sibirsk překročit míro. Je to víc než spravedlivé a ta nabídka pořád platí. Ovšem bez vlaku. A teď své jednotce neříte, aby se vzdala.
Viete, že to neurobím.
So, this is a dramatization of some shockingly accurate history. Some, like... Obviously, this does not happen exactly.
Musíme sa dostať do Vladivostoku.
Zavraždili majora Gazdíka. Toto nemôžeme nechať bez odplaty.
There would be Russian language here, Prizhnin. Not only would officers likely know Russian, but many of the officers, especially in the original Cheska Druzhina, were also Russian. And let me get another name here of the examples. even into 1920, Mikhail Kitarex is a member of the White Army, but is technically in command of the Czechoslovak Legion. Alright. I mean, in-game there should also be, right, it could be any way you want to break it down, right? If you want Morozov to be speaking Russian, that's fine. If you want to say he also knows Slovak, yeah. That's also fine. Anyway, we're fucked. I'm gonna be real, chat. This ain't good.
Ano? Hledám kryt.
Poslouchám, pane. Podívám se.
Ano? Podívám se.
Jsem připravena. Zaujímám pozici.
Fuck me. God, this is stressful. Well, we seem to be okay here, so push up. You're controlling that space. You're controlling.
Připravenější už nebudu.
Připraven. Musím se někam schovat.
Oh, hell.
Jsem připravena.
That's bad.
Hledám kryt.
One of my medics is just standing in the open, like a buffoon.
Ano? Moudrá volba.
Ano?
Yeah. They can see me, and there's not a lot I can do about it.
Povídejte. Tenhle je můj.
There's just not a lot I can do about it. So gotta beat them first.
Čekám.
Come on, get that hit.
Točím.
Nice shooting. It ain't looking great for us, right?
Rozkazy. Hledám kryt.
Luckily, no one heard a thing.
Poslouchám. Podívám se.
Poslouchám, pane.
No one heard a thing.
Snad to bude
No.
stát za to.
Not you. You're gonna get back in cover and do that. You gonna go get some metal.
Co tam je.
Nepřítel.
Okay,
Čekám.
that's fine.
Připraven, pane. Hned tam budu.
Please be alone, please be alone, please be alone. I'll have to, like, silent... you are perfect for this job, actually.
Čekám na rozkazy.
You're gonna go silent mode, and you're gonna try and move around here and knife this guy.
Nepřítel. Nebude to čekat.
Rozkazy?
You're gonna try and knife this guy so that we don't
Jsem
get
připravena.
stabbed or noticed. Beautiful.
Postarám se o to.
Good stabbing, good stabbing. Come up and join. I love this combat system, by the way. Right, the small group system, I think, works really, really well.
Som tu. Presně tak, pane.
And the fact that we are able to sort of have these renditions of
Podívám se.
You're not in cover. I need to change that.
Poslouchám, pane.
You're okay. I need you to open up here so I can see.
Podíváme, co tam je. Nepřítel!
That's what I was afraid of.
Jdu do krytu.
You're okay.
Hľadám kryt.
Good, you can't see that far in the winter. Nye!
Pripravený!
Crap.
Počúvam!
Zaujímám pozíciu.
That was terrible. What? Bedre? Here's the grid, you're in silent mode, you need to stop being in silent mode. Cool. Alright, everyone's in good positions now. Move up. Bedrich.
Vaše rozkazy, pane?
Nope, that's not Bedrich.
Čekám na rozkazy!
Ah, I don't think I need to.
Zde! Jdu do útoku!
Run where you need to get those shots. Come on. Oh my god. Fine. No. Bedrich is going to bayonet charge him. Oh.
Ano, já to zvládnu.
Please hit. Please. Please hit.
Ano,
Honestly.
jsem na cestě.
Got him. Oh wow, that body just went.
Povídej, rozumím.
That body just absolutely went. Medic.
Rozkazy?
Heal you.
Připravení? Ano, pane.
Okay. Have you ever played Total War game? I have not. I was meaning to play some Total War Pharaoh, but I did not get around to doing that yet on the channel. But yes, I have played some Total War games. I'm not a
Poslouchám. Jasná věc.
huge fan of them. I don't know, something about it has just never quite clicked with me. And that's sad, because I wanna really like them. I just hasn't ever quite clicked the way I want.
Tak se podíváme, co tam je. Nepřítel!
Cool. The other scout there, I wanna just do this. Bedrick, you're doing great. Silent mode.
Ano, pane. Vidím
Night.
lepší možnost.
Night. Night. That's so many people.
Zde,
Just across the board, silent mode.
hned tam budu.
Our goal here is currently to chase down the armored car up here. Not quite that far. Up there. Because I don't... Because they killed our major, and frankly that's unacceptable.
Podívám se. Nepřátelské vozidlo.
Tak čo teraz? Do toho zbabelca
So yeah, he's in
necháme
an
len
armored...
tak utiecť.
An armored
Major
vehicle?
Gazdík by nechtěl, abychom riskovali životy jen kvůli pomstě. Měli bychom najít kapitána Langera. Podle původních rozkazů. Už nějakou dobu je nasazen v Moskvě a určitě bude vědět o způsobu, jak
And
se
yeah,
odsud dostat.
like, he's got 2 guns on it. He's got 2 big guns on it, at that. And, you know, if we had an artillery strike, they'd be asking for an artillery strike. But we fully don't have that option.
Vaše rozkazy?
Postarám se o to, pane. Podívám se, co tam je.
počúvať, zaujímam pozíciu.
Oh yeah, literally a whole
Kryjem sa.
company of bad news.
Pane?
That should give me pretty good coverage. Oh, heck.
Pripravený.
Yeah, that checks out. Actually, I'll be real, that's...
Ďalší pán
Go knife this
gotov.
guy. If he's stationary up there, go knife him.
Nepřítel!
Hello, nice to meet you.
Áno? Áno, pane.
You're looking that way, you're looking that way, you're looking that way. I should be able to head over here fairly safely. This is scary in like 8 different directions. Like, that's a fairly big firefight that I don't want to get into. How far can you see? You can see pretty damn far, actually.
Hľadám kryt.
Thank you, Church. That's not scary. You stop. How did the Czechoslovak Legion deal with their dead during the evacuation? For the most part, where possible, you'd want to stop and
Ukončím jeho trápenie.
try and give them a proper burial. Cause, you know.
Vaše rozkazy.
Oh heck, this isn't even the guy I thought it was. I wanted Bedrick to be doing that, not you. But that's fine. Nope, I don't trust this. He's moving too fast.
Vyrážam.
Even if we caught up, I just don't trust it. I think the plan, new plan,
Áno, pane.
we're gonna set up there.
Tuto pôjde.
Čekám.
We're gonna set up the squad. And we're gonna shoot first. Cause, yeah. Burying, yeah, cremation, I mean, cremation's hard because you don't necessarily have a lot of,
Podívám se, co tam je. Nepřítel!
5 guys there. They are all facing different directions. If I can get their timing. Someone's got good skills for this, right? That's eagle-eyed. Profile. Someone's got, like, speedy, right?
Připraven, pane.
Focus, strong-willed. Weak, housekeeper, uh-huh. Burglar? Burglar?
Připravenější už nebudu.
Hunter, eagle-eyed.
Ano.
Brawler, loose cannon.
Rozkazy?
Chaotic and kind-hearted. Well, that's not... None of those are quite what I hoped for. Oh, quick feet.
To je lepší možnost. Ano.
Basically, the plan is if I can knife this guy, I can actually just go around and knife all of them. It's just I don't have a very big window to get that. And if things go wrong, which I expect them to,
Tím nepřítele.
where's my other scout? Who's not doing anything right now? You?
Podívám se.
Drop, do that. Right, if things go wrong, which again, I expect them to go wrong, we've got a machine gunner with a set-up machine gun ready to do that. But yeah, right, they're buried on site, and in the, after like, Bakhmut, there's actually quite a lot made of the claim that... Nope. Gonna have to stab you for... Actually, can get that stab.
Já se o to postarám.
Damn. Damn, 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 damn. Stop it. Stop it.
Nepřítel spustil poplach.
Keep running, keep running. Just get under cover.
Rozumím.
Beautiful. This is fine. This is fine. It went wrong, but in a way I predicted. Grenadier can get behind cover up here. Scouts.
Postarám se o to, pane.
Now I can try and light up this area to give me advance warning. Cool. And we've got a machine gunner completely ready to go. We've got our riflemen basically ready to go. You're on the move. You're ready to go. You'll just shoot as people get in range and feel good about that. Hello? Oh, you're still on silent mode. Goodbye. Hello? Stop. Squad. No more silent mode. We're playing loud now.
Zameriavam. Počúvam.
Cool. Where's my other rifleman? Bayonet charge. On you. Nice. You are gonna heal you.
Je to jen škrábnutí.
Come on, get down. Get him. And you. Gonna heal you.
Čekám na rozkaz. Hledám kryt. Schovám se.
Nailed it. Frankly, it was a flawless victory for everyone, and I have no idea how we could be anything other than the coolest.
Počúvam. Som na ceste.
Oh, okay.
Já se o to postarám.
Nailed it.
Už tu. Jasná věc.
Oh,
Připraven, pane.
heck.
Ano, pane. Poslouchám. Hned tam budu.
I can't believe that worked. I just can't believe that worked. Anyway, we were trying to say something about the dead before I did, dubious plays. And by dubious, I mean huge plays that went perfectly for everybody involved. Uh-huh. Totally. Yep. As was said, right, for the most part, dead were buried on site, so, like, after... But in some cases, like, after Bakhmut, supposedly there were, fairly international, mourning. Right, some memoirs talk about, a bunch of Russians, Russian and Ukrainian civilians, mourning and kissing the faces of the dead Czechoslovak legionnaires.
Čekám. Ano.
But they were buried on site. Little memorials of them would be taken home. But there's a few reasons why you can't just bring everyone home.
Rozumím.
Right. If they die on command, well, firstly, space and sanitation for the train is not in a good way. Like, right.
Hledám kryt.
As it turns out, there is very limited space on board these trains, especially in the moments where there was urgency. So in early 1918, late 1919, early 1920, etc.
Čekám na rozkazy.
What, you saw nothing?
Ano.
Honestly.
Ano. Podívám se, co tam je.
See? Can't see a single thing.
Čekám na rozkazy.
Boo. Any other little spots? No?
Poslouchám.
Come on, turn. Turn, thank you.
Postarám.
And let me meet you under a knife. 3, 2, 1, stabby.
Zde. Už jdu.
And that should give the whole squad a chance to cross here fairly safely. Like, obviously up here is scary and dangerous. But
Ano, pane.
for the most part, we should be okay. What do you mean, where are the rest of them?
Už jdu.
Do you mean longer? Longer's right there.
Kde je major Gazdík?
Oh, the enemies?
Za to ten bastard
A
Morohol.
bit farther
Takže to začalo.
north.
Rudí šíří svou jedinou pravdu jménem jednoty. Z toho bude občanská válka.
Zničili nám vlak. Většina naší jednotky tam zahynula.
Musíme odjet co možná nejdřív. Je tu ještě jeden vlak, kterým můžeme jet.
Alright, let's
Tady je
do it.
mapa města. Jestli se dostanete k tomuhle nádražnímu depu,
We got
budeme
another
moct
depot.
obsadit jiný vlak. Dávejte pozor. Rudí nejspíš vědí, že hledáme nový vlak a budou depo urputně bránit. Já tajně svolám svou jednotku a připojíme se k vám v depu. Počkejte tam na nás.
And we've got this. To enter.
Povídejte. Ano, pane.
And now we have a long ways down to go. Like, let's get the squad lined up here and just not worry about the giant doomstack. If we had an artillery, we could just roll them, but we sadly don't have that on the grounds that they blew it up.
Rozkazy, pane. Rozumím.
Turns out that's a big deal.
Poslouchám, pane. Podívám se. Nepřítel.
Two guys there.
Pane.
I want my scouts to go push up to about, nope, other side of the track. There we go.
Hledám kryt.
You can also push up to there. How am I liking this so far? It's great. This is actually all stuff I've played before. Right, this is as far as I've gotten in the demo, so I kind of knew what was coming up.
Podívám se.
But kind of knowing what's coming up,
Připraven.
and fully knowing what's coming up are not the same sentence.
Tak se podíváme, co tam je.
Cool, so these guys go all the way over, and then head all the way back. What that means is that if I move this part of the squad all the way over here, there appears to be an opening. That is fairly poorly defended. And has limited action. Right, because you can't see all the way.
Dobře.
And there's a wall in between us and them. So, if they can see past the wall, then, I mean, I guess fair play to them, they're Superman. Alright, now,
Čekám na rozkazy.
Rifleman. Actually, frankly, the squad should probably just, like, all move over here.
Lepší možnost. Ano.
This is the scary second. Good, there's no one out here. Good, good, good. We need someone to grab the food. Nope, not you. We need someone to grab the med kit. And then we need everyone else. Ooh. I wonder. If I stack everyone behind here, can I just, like, jump out and stab them both before it matters?
Povídejte.
Like, I could just wait for them to walk back and then shoot them. But I guess the other option... Can I actually get up there? In any realistic way? I don't think so. That's just a fence all the way around. It's a great place for them to spy on me, and a terrible place for me to spy on them. Well, hello, Tiber. Tiber Jr., good to see you. Thank you for the follow.
Rozumím.
Let's just, like, zoom, right? Super stealth. There are civilians up there. Those weren't even Red Army. Those were just fully civilian. Hack. 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 Round the corner. This is a little bit extremely scary. Okay, they're back on route. Because my scouts don't have full vision out here. So if someone were to just show up, we'd end up in a lot of trouble real fast.
Další pán do hrobu.
That's fine though.
Počúvam.
We're good. And we've got all the things caught up and we're good.
Rozumím.
So, what were we talking about? We had been talking about, still death and burial, right? What happens when things go bad? In moments of extreme crisis, for instance, in, that 19, sort of, either that extremely, early stages or the extremely late stages, of the evacuation, there unfortunately were cases where injured people would have to be just abandoned, right? If they're dead, you bury them, you give them, like, full honors for that, and it's, like, it sucks, but it is what it is. Oh, there's the allies. That's awesome. You can stop there, because that seems to be fine. We can let's check there. Cool. If I can run everyone this way, run everyone this way. Oh, I don't know that I have control of them.
Vaše rozkazy, pane.
Poslouchám, pane. Podívám se, co tam je.
Jsem připravena.
Damn it.
Našli jsme ho. Kapitán Langer měl pravdu. Je tam vlak, který nás odveze do Vladivostoku. Měli bychom sehnat co nejvíc paliva, zatímco budeme čekat na zbytek legionářů, kteří jsou nasazení v Moskvě.
Červení asi nebudú mať radosť, že sa im snažíme prebrať vlak. Tento raz sa ani nebudú obťažovať, aby nám povedali, že máme zložiť zbrane.
Nebude to čekat.
All of these guys should be on silent, if they are not already. You are gonna stab that guy, you're doing that, you're doing that. Everyone feels good. Oh, Captain Langer is officially a civilian.
Počúvam.
Nice.
Rozumiem.
And all these guys, as soon as this guy gets stabbed, we can move up. Beautiful. Alright. There's one Red Army guy there. There's a lot of Red Army guys. Hold up. Hold up.
Ano, dobře.
Apparently we're past the time for silence.
Rozkazy.
Poslouchám, pane. Moudrá volba.
Áno. Počúvam. Presne tak, pane.
1, 2 there. There's 2 more over there. Two scouts need to run, like, back here. My other grenade... These two should probably hide up here. I've got 2 more people who are not doing anything. Get behind here. You my machine gunner? You are my machine gunner. Hang on, you're gonna set up at, like, a cross angle here. Well, you wanted a big combat scenario. Right? Right.
Som tu. Pozriem sa.
Zde?
Jdu do krytu.
Když myslíte...
I wish I had a grenadier farther up. I really wish I had a grenadier farther up. Holy crap. That should be fine. Because with a heavy... Oh gosh. You just need to back the fuck up. Yep, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. My medic can go out here. And then that should be just totally fine. Cool. Now that you're there, you can stabilize active. There we go. You heard them speaking Russian for the first time. Well, fair enough. Let's get some vision. Let's grab you. Let's try and get some vision here.
Podívám se. Poslouchám.
Figure out what the heck we're looking at in this region.
Tak se podíváme, co tam je.
Zde. Schovám se.
You're locked in. You should back. You two should head over here. Damn. Hopefully the cannon's facing their direction.
Vaše rozkazy?
Right. Right. Grenade. Grenade. I can grenade all three of them. Oh god. That's great. That's great. Goodbye. Grenades are good, turns out.
Čekám. Postarám se o to.
Grenades do be pretty good at this. Now, I need people to just go grab stuff. Someone who's not doing anything. You. Head over there. I think that's most everything that's relevant. Everyone else can just kind of move in here. Including you. Any other relevant things out here to steal? I love this foraging as just like part of.
Ano. Tohle bude bolet.
Right, the fact that just this fairly rampant stealing. Ow. No more silent mode, just kill him. Just kill him. Hello? What's my guy doing? Are they... Nailed it, frankly. Ah, crap.
Rozumím.
Zde?
Poslouchám.
You've got to get behind cover there. You've got to back. The rest of the squad should be okay. I wasn't expecting more Red Army troops to come from this way. I'm gonna be real, I wasn't expecting that to happen. Just gonna force them out. Do I have any more riflemen at hand? Who are not in a very bad way? You also need to disembark. Because otherwise I'd be like, hey, do what you need to go mess up that guy. Perfect. Get fuel for the train 60 out of 100. Wait, what? Heck, where's there more fuel? Can you heal you?
Je to jen škrábnutí.
And then you can heal you.
Můžeš žít. Jsem připraven. Hledám kryt. Dobře, jdu tam. Postarám se o to.
How's everyone doing? Great.
Rozkazy?
Everyone is doing just
Jdu do
dandy.
krytu.
Just super duper dandy. This is not at all scary. What is everyone talking about?
Podívám se, co tam je.
Recon. Give me vision in both those spots. Where is there fuel to steal? I don't see any fuel, which is scary. I'm gonna be real. I didn't see any other fuel out here to steal.
Povídejte. Ano, pane.
Look, we're not exactly going to be known for playing it quiet now. We're going to play it quiet for just a moment. Well, there's like 1,500 of us who are all doing the same thing.
Další pán do hrobu.
And please don't turn.
Nepriateľ.
There's 7 of them.
Čekám.
If I can get those 2 stabs. Come on, go, go, go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Get the stab, get the stab. Get the stab, get the stab.
Jsem připravena.
Now,
Tenhle je můj.
the whole squad is no longer in quiet mode. Go, 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 go.
Útočím.
Come on, go.
Čekám. Zaměřuju.
Or the squad here, I should say.
Ano. Postarám se
Go.
o to.
Rapid fire.
Vidím nepřítele. Povídejte.
Yeah, there's some here.
Ano.
So? Who am I seeing here? Oh.
Čekám.
Yeah, roll them.
Zaměřuju.
Nope.
Jsem připravena.
This squad. You're still doing that, that's great. There we are, we're at 70 of the necessary fuel. There's more handgun ammo out there, so that's great.
Jdu do krytu.
There's some. There we are, found it.
Čekám.
Don't have a lot of handgun ammo, I'll be real.
Postarám se o to.
I just need these squad people to spread out, move fast.
Uvnitř. Čekám, ano.
Spread out and move fast. Nope. Spread out, move fast, get the medal.
Co tam je?
Get other resources, don't spread out too far. That should be 80, 90. Need to find one more spot of it.
Povídejte. Ano, pane.
Poslouchám. Už jdu.
We can see if there's some around the corner here. And if not, well, we got people with guns. Please? Please? Thank you.
Ano, už jdu.
There it is.
Jsem před to vyšla.
This is like 15 people. 100 fuel. Let's go.
Dobře, jdu tam.
Oh, well, 150 fuel.
Ano.
Okay, everyone get to the train. Everyone
Vaše rozkazy, pane?
get to the train.
Povídej,
Everyone
rozumím.
get to the train. That should be all like 12 people I can have now. We'll find out real soon. And please don't let there be another round of fighting. Yeah, that's everyone. Goodbye. Let's get the heck out of here. Ah! The Reds wrecked our train and killed Mayor Gazduke and many others. We had to find our way through the city and capture another train to allow the Legionary station in Moscow with Longar to escape. We tried and succeeded. Alright, we have to assign medals to people. You served with distinction. You nearly died. Have more distinction. And let's get you ranked up as well. Hooray! We get tons of stuff. We got tons of stuff. Side quests, more legionaries. We lost 30 out of 30 handgun ammo, but we gained a lot of rifle ammo. So, we're low on medkits though. The regrettable events in Moscow claimed the lives of Mayor Gazdik and many brave legionaries. Morozov's savage attack will not be forgotten. However, the arrival of Captain Langer and his unit has helped with morale. All is not lost. The journey continues. Upon learning of Mayor Gazdik's demise, the Czechoslovak Provisional Government sent orders with your promotion from captain to mayor. This is not how you imagined to move up the ranks, but here you are. The responsibility of leading soldiers to Vladivostok suddenly rests heavily on your shoulders. So, there's something to talk about here. The Czechoslovak Provisional Government. Namely, that's in Prague, right? Well, that's the National Council, that's their allies, that's Mazarin, that's Beneš, that's the government they're forming, starting in France and then moving to Prague in October of 1918. Now, they do have communication with the Legion, right? They sometimes physically went there, as with Stefanik in 1919. But they also had telegram communicate and physical letters, right? You could put a letter on a boat, it would arrive. And you could also telegram someone with urgent information if you needed it. The trains were set up to allow that. And you could also send them to the closest depot, and then you just pick it up when you got the chance. So it would take some time for news to disseminate, but they still had communication with the central government and the Czechoslovakian government throughout the evacuation. It's not like they're truly out in the middle of nowhere on their own fully. Anyway, Captain Langer does not seem to be a huge fan of that. And off we go. We get a ton of new people. We get Franz Shekor, we get Andrei Mrazek, we get Rostislav Hanak, we got Jan Maracek, we got Dominik Jecha, Petr Mindas, Kamil Hadrava, Kamila Fischerova, Bartolomei Kvapelek, and Pavel Polacek. And an encyclopedia entry. And a cutscene.
Velicím důstojníkem jsem se poprvé potkal v Moskvě. Bylo to v předvečer revoluce a město bylo plné strachu z občanské války. Rudí vydali ultimátum, které vedlo k násilí. Přišli jsme o majora Gazdíka.
May 1918, by the way, they issued an ultimatum that led to violence. Statement of fact.
Protože jsme byli profesionální armáda bez jasné příslušnosti. Chtěli nás odzbrojit, zadržet. A kdybychom se bránili, měli nás
also a statement of fact.
Jenže nás krvavé záležitosti té cizí země nezajímaly. Chtěli jsme jen bezpečnou cestu z Ruska do naší nové republiky, domů. A v skutku tohle byly naše rozkazy. Dostat se vlakem do Vladivostoku a nalodit se na plavbu domů. Překvapilo mě, že mi neřekli, abych tohle tažení vedl. Navzdory mým zkušenostem z pole. Místo toho jsem byl pouhým poradcem a pobočníkem našeho velitele. Bylo to neslýchané. Ale tehdy jsem neměl žádný dobrý důvod pochybovat o naší prozatímní vládě. Z Moskvy jsme utekli živí jen o vlásek, ale podařilo se nám zajistit obrněný vlak na naši dlouhou a náročnou cestu.
Right. Really, apart from the dramatization of it, the only thing that changes substantively is that instead of being in Moscow, that happened around between Chelyabinsk and Omsk. Right, the ultimatum was issued from Moscow, but the Czechoslovak Autonomous Command was in Chelyabinsk, and the ultimatum was delivered to a train shortly outside, short distance outside of Omsk, and that's where the first altercation took place. That's it for changes. Like, literally, otherwise, the sentence of the Bolshevik government had an ultimatum that said that they wanted them disarmed, captured, and detained, and if they continue to bear arms, killed, is just correct. And Wolfie, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. I'll salute Major Adam. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, and Constantine, wasn't the original plan to join the Western Front? If that's so, where were they when the war ended? The original plan was to join the Western Front. Obviously, in November 10th, 1918, that stops being a problem. So that kind of stops being the plan. At that point, right, October 28th, Czechoslovakia was declared an independent republic, and the government moves to Prague shortly thereafter. And so, yeah, it's a very real question, right? What happens to them? And that's part of the reason why the Czechoslovak Legion has such low morale in 1919 and 1920. Because they have a republic. The war is over. And they are stuck between Samara and Yekaterinburg, fighting with the Whites against the Reds. Instead of getting on a train all the way over here and getting on a boat from there. So, I guess let's push on. No one's dead. Some people were pretty close, but let's keep going.
Majore, informovali mě o vašem povýšení.
Congratulations.
Já jsem kapitán Langer. Můj služební záznam si můžete přečíst později. Přiřadili mě k vaší jednotce, abych vám dělal pobočníka a mohu-li být smělý také poradce. Takže přišly nám rozkazy od prozatímní vlády Československé republiky. Chválí naši hrdinskou oběť na východní frontě, která pomohla zajistit nezávislost naší nové republiky. Rusko se však oficiálně nachází ve stavu občanské války a naši staří váleční nepřátelé zatarasili všechny přímé cesty na západ. Abychom se dostali na západ, musíme jít na východ. Tímto obrněným vlakem. Z Moskvy přes celou Sibiř do Vladivostoku, kde dokončíme naši evakuaci přes moře. Navíc nám nařídili neplést se do konfliktu mezi rudými a bílými. Máme zůstat neutrální a nechat ruský lid, aby si své záležitosti... O tom, jak máme zůstat neutrální, pokud by na nás zaútočili, nepadlo ani slovo. Na papíře to určitě vypadalo dobře. No nic. Čeká nás dlouhá a náročná cesta. Měli bychom okamžitě vyrazit a stavit se v Penze pro další rozkazy.
The hasty retreat from the city has left everyone shaken. However, as the new commanding officer, you don't get the luxury of being in shock. Captain Langer, who was assigned as your advisor, knows this very well and wastes no time getting you up to speed. Major, we need to get to Penza for further orders. Getting there will be a problem in this wreck of a train, but First Lieutenant Svoboda here will take care of the squad and logistics. Oh, that's subtle. Oh, that's subtle. First Lieutenant Freedom. Just by the way, First Lieutenant Freedom here will take command of the squad and logistics. The title of a whole bunch of Czechoslovak legionnaire memoirs are variations like U Svobodu, right? To freedom. Or for freedom. Etc., etc. So if you want, like, a symbol of nationalist fervor, you could do a heck of a lot worse than First Lieutenant Freedom. Anyway, Penza is a super important city here. Penza is actually where the first agreement for the Czechoslovak Legion to disarm occurs, and is kind of the agreement made at Penza is cited kind of repeatedly leading up to the conflict at Omsk, as we will abide by the terms of the agreement. Totally, we promise. We definitely did not hide weaponry at that agreement. But we'll abide by it, just let us pass, right? That was what your government told us. And they're like, yeah, orders changed. And it's like, no, fuck you, orders have not changed. We're getting through. I was like, but what if they had changed? And then there was shooting about it. My respects, Major. If I may be so bold, now we need to focus on getting food and keeping soldier spirits up. After what happened, we are facing impossible odds. I mean, of course, it becomes a common surname. Right. You're correct, that's not actually that rare of a surname, but it does seem very deliberate, we'll say. That it's too resonant that is a randomly chosen name. And with the storage card empty and without a hospital card, I'm not sure if... Yes, it will be a challenge. I leave our experienced new mayor will need manage with your help, First Lieutenant. The remaining concern is the Reds. They make it clear they will shoot first and ask questions later. Hospital car destroyed. To treat yourselves, you have to rely on consumables and the doctors that may be willing to help for a fee at certain train stations. Artillery car destroyed. Artillery strike is no longer available in missions. Resources critically low. Fuel. You'll have to gather or buy more. Oh! Oh. Oh god. Wait, whoa. There's so much game in this game. Okay. Okay. How's everyone feeling? Bad. Have one of those. You're the only one who desperately needs health. Cool. Let's get our squad situation up to snuff. You're injured, but we're gonna treat you with that. You're tired and depressed. Tired and depressed. You're injured as well. Heck. Right, let's zoom in on the train. Make sure we're doing okay. We've got a couple of folks on those. You're depressed. That's as expected. Everyone's sad right now, and that is okay. Oh, and that's all the jobs we've got. So, pretty much everyone, as long as no one here is tired, everyone else needs to be resting right now. Alright, prisoner. Oh yeah, stamina. I appreciate you hanging out. Get some rest. Hopefully we will see you soon. Alright, tired, 5. Depressed, 9. Injured, 3. Is there... How many consumables do I have right now? Only 5. I cannot... I cannot risk it right now. Oh, Russian prison is hell. He's never coming back. Okay. Train upgrades. As you sit and watch the horrors of Moscow disappear behind the horizon and ponder over your newly acquired responsibilities, Captain Longer approaches you, curiously inspecting you with his critical gaze. Quite unexpectedly, he speaks to you with a soft voice. As you can see, this train lacks a lot. It's moving us forward, but won't serve us long in this shape. Shortly, there will be more of us, and we'll need more space, and most importantly, heat. To accommodate as many souls as we can, we should increase the number of living spaces. Not to mention there is no heating or insulation. I don't advise crossing Siberia without heating. The storage car might need to be improved as well. There is a long journey ahead of us, and a good supply of resources is of paramount importance. That way we might also think about reinforcing the cars. This train is in daunting shape, and we cannot expect the Reds to make the passage easy for us. It is only up to us to make the most of it. So keep that in mind, Major. Cool, cool, cool. We can only do upgrades. That being said, like... We can't do a whole lot. Additional living space, comfortable living becomes cozy. But the train needs to be not moving to do that, so... I think the play is here... There's a merchant there. There's a merchant there. The play has got to be... That's going to be mostly herbs. That's going to be mostly fish. Need to plunder some rugs and stoves. And wood. Right? You are 100% correct. Crew morale is low. 3 folks are in... Some of the are tired, so can't deploy. These folks are all in okay shape, but they're all depressed about it. Entertainer, Bartholomew. Fantastic. Short. Fantastic. Extra food from forests and lakes. More charismatic. And a communist. Wow, so we've got monarchists, we've got nationalists, and we have communists. All working together. And my main 8 can't do anything. Are they actually not... Are they still resting? Yeah, you all should be resting right now. I've got to. We're gonna get up to there. Okay. Now. I need 3 squads. Who's my... survivalist? I can't make 3 squads. I can only make 2. Magistressa, hello! I can only make 2 squads, so we're gonna have to stick with 2 squads. Oh. Heck. I also need them to be not on the... Okay, so only 1 guy is on the... currently on duty. Because they're resting, they're resting, they're resting. Cool. So 2 squads of 3. Just, it's what it has to be. Now, the train needs to stop. We take squad, head out to the lake. What are my resource counts right now? Yeah, it has to be to the lake. Who's my survivalist? One of these guys is a survivalist. Yeah, you. Good. So this is the squad that's going to deploy. And they're going to deploy to the lake. And that's good. And then out here, we're going to send the other squad to head out here, and everyone else just sits and waits. Do I need to call an American hero to safeguard you from those communists like Joseph McCarthy? Certified American hero, Joseph McCarthy. Uh-huh. Yup. We're a little bit ahead of schedule for him. Like 50 years. But surely that's fine. Also, Magistressa, you missed basically the entirety of what we did in the demo. Which is, like... It's okay. Alright, we're gonna rock into town at 1 in the morning. Sure, that's fine. Stimulants and first aid kits. I need... Oh, crap. I need 2 of them. Because that's all I can afford. That's half my cash. I don't have a better choice, though. I don't have a better choice than that. How's the squad doing in terms of stamina? Because I would love if... Actually, that's okay. These two should recall, because they're going to take some time. We can speed up time. Great report ready. Fantastic. Camel. Thank God. 28 food. And now you can select nope. Yeah. Select squad. Reroute over here. They're gonna move that way. How's everyone doing on injuries and other stuff? Found taking a good few trees. Fantastic. Now they recall and now they are out of oomph. Uh-oh. That's the most American thing, to spend half your wealth on healthcare. True. Been reading about 1920s anti-communist backlash and homegrown fascism, a la Father McLaughlin, and I'm sad. Uh-oh. There's blood behind your fingernails. It hits you've been scratching yourself for a few hours now. Discover a rash on your hands, armpits, and tips. The doctor is ushered in. Scabies. We've got to scrub everything. Damn. Sadly, maintaining this level of hygiene is difficult, so the scabies soon returns. But the still resulted in some good memories. That's a shame. And also, historically, you know, noticeable. Hey! Plus... I mean, losing health, which sucks. I don't have health to spare. But... plus morale. Cool. Is everyone back on the train now? I guess I can look at what repairs and upgrades are possible. 50 metal, 50... How are we on resources? 120 metal, 168 wood. Shelves. Decreases the chance of rat infestation, etc. Comfortable living. We need to assign workers. It's about to be day shift, so we'll assign. We'll assign... Nope. We're going to assign you. Uh-huh. And we're going to assign you. And together that should be fine. And then I want to see what I can do in Infantry Car 2. New living spaces. Yeah. Yeah. I'm okay in terms of number of living spaces right now, right? 8, 10, yeah, I've got plenty. I've got plenty. Decreases fuel burning speed. Yeah. Good lord, if I can decrease the fuel burning speed, that's a big deal. Unable to deploy, and unable to deploy because there's lots of people who are still tired. Several people who are still injured. I would love to make you not injured anymore. Perfect. I would love to make you promoted. Well, that, I guess, works. Yeah. Speed of heal. We'll do fit. Rifleman or machine gunner, but I want you to stay as a scout, so... I was also going to use a first aid kit on you, which makes you just depressed. Great, that should be it for... Everyone's tired and depressed, but... we're not... in trouble. Worker missing in the locomotive. Oh. Yeah, because, duh, you're not stoking the thing. Okay. Okay. Rost. Oh. You're the person currently stoking. Well, that makes a lot of sense. You feel okay? How are you status-wise? You're just depressed, right? You're also... Rostislav, Dushan. Why don't we do that? You can do that. And everyone is okay. And we've got 2 people driving. We've got 2 people doing that. And work on the train is currently in progress. So we need to wait for that to finish. There was one. You're close, right? You're close, right? Oh. I forgot to assign workers to do it. So, no, it was not... It is not close. Ugh. Everyone I wanted to assign doing stuff is, already doing stuff. Assign and assign. There we go. Let's try that again. Uh-oh. Work injury. Mayor, I'm here to report a work injury. Pavel Polacek had an accident while performing their duties in the locomotive Grandpa. This most likely happened because they are careless. They should be set to rest and someone else do the upgrading for now. Cool. Thank you. Hooray. But, one observes that, I need to start the train moving. Okay, so, Point of interest can only be passed after the train actually passes it. You know, that's fair. Train is automatically stopping. A local doctor is willing to treat your sick and injured for a price. A local doctor has offered to treat your sick and injured. Ah, scabies is a highly contagious skin infection. Yay. It's mange. Yeah. Cool. No one needs help because I spent all the things, actually, already. Rearrange the train cars, which is fine. They're fine. Merchant. What do we have? Gunpowder as a crafting resource. Metal. 500... how am I on ammo? I am actually really okay on ammo right now. Don't really need a landmine. I'd love to get, like, 3 of these. And... maybe, like, 50 gunpowder. Just have a bit on hand, you know? Oh, wait. Holy moly, I didn't realize gunpowder was wildly expensive. I should have predicted that. Never mind, I don't need gunpowder that badly. Buy 1 of those. Cool. Alright, so I was expecting things to be worse. Honestly. I was expecting things to be much worse. That's another merchant, but I don't have a lot of options there. But Gorodna is gonna get a visit. John Henry, I do not agree with that. For me, history ends in 1945, then geopolitics starts. The problem I have with that mostly is that geopolitics is a framework of understanding historical action. Now, it might be future historical action for contemporary work, but, like, it's a framework of understanding historical action. So, burglar. So saying, right, that they're somehow, like, different. I don't think it ends up being that tenable. Hang on, chat. I am getting a phone call, and I'm not sure why. Apologies for the buzzing. Okay, I'll answer it later. Apologies if you're hearing buzzing there. It'll be back. It'll end soon. Let's figure out who else we need. We've got a little bit more time here. Just like 30 more minutes, I think. Probably this one mission, and then we'll be done. Let's send some folks who have not otherwise gotten to see some combat yet. Exactly, right? Like... Do I have any more grenadiers? I super don't. Camel. Join. Cool. You're gonna stop. You're gonna select the squad. We're gonna deploy you. It's gonna be a good time. I mean, certainly I deeply respect the urge of, not having modern, or not liking contemporary history because you want to do ancient history instead. Because, yeah, but, right, geopolitics is a way of interacting with contemporaries that generates historical information. So, right, basically since there's been things that can operate as states, and those states have been interacting, they've been operating in some sort of geopolitical framework, which generates political history. It's not the only form of history, it's not the only way of generating historical information, but it is a thing. Now, right, there are sub-things in that, for example, right, if we're talking about geopolitics as realpolitik, well, that's different. Right, there's manifestations specific to modern, especially, sort of post-World War II geopolitics that are unique to that period, that are not going to be useful frameworks to understand earlier geopolitics. But really, right, geopolitics is just the interactions between states focused on land and natural resources. Anyway, Alfred Kraus. Report miner, we went through the place. It was as empty as it looked from afar, but the owners left behind some things we could use. Here's what we found. There was some bedding, old clothes, and curtains that we could use to cut some bandages or to pad the walls of the cars when the cold sets in. I also found a secret stash with some coins and jewelry. Magdalena found a jar of honey, dry fruits. I don't even know where the nuts came from. Incredible. We got a ton of money, we got a bunch of food, we got... That was really, really helpful. I don't care so much about that. I think we're in okay on food, right? Like, where are we on food? 62. Yeah. I think we can just push straight on to Ryazan. Understanding that this is going to be real bad for us. Yeah, World War II changes a lot, but like saying that, oh, history, quote-unquote, as a discipline ends in World War II is a bit silly. Anyway, you receive a report from one of your soldiers. It is intelligence he's obtained while chatting to a local while the train was making a stop. The report claims the Reds have a large camp where they are training newly enlisted soldiers. Apparently many are queuing for hours in order to join up. The report concludes, they promise the farmers a helping hand from the military to tend their farms. There are so few people left to work because of the war, it's letting the food rot in the fields or joining the Reds. At the very end of the report is an approximate location of the camp. I appear to not really have much of a choice, huh? Pub. The local pub. Oh god, 900 gold? The local pub is open and they have something to drink. Something could warm you up, could lift your spirits. Notably, vodka. Fine. Talk to your soldiers about the path ahead, the path behind, the decisions you made. Then you all toast to the homeland. You've improved their morale, but for how long? And František is an alcoholic, so he's tired. He's sleepy. Wow. How many guns do I have? I have plenty of guns. I have 6 guns, or 6 Mosin rifles and 6 short rifles. Okay, yeah, we are okay. And we don't have any cash, so... I'm not gonna sell my stuff. You're an engineer, right? Congratulations. You're on duty now. Where is this? No. Oh, that's so far in the future. I'm not even worried. All right. So, honestly, I think here, as we're pulling out of Ryazan, might make a decent stopping point. Because we've been going for 4 hours. Polovskaya and the lake are up in the future. So I think we might pick up there. Because there's just a lot we can do, right? We got foraging up there, we got stuff to do here, we've got stuff over there. So, we'll make a save. Hooray. And I'm sure everything will be just fine as we go forward through the rest of these. I am loving this basic... Oh, we are in the first stage. We have just left Moscow. We're on our way to Penza. Penza is still west of the Volga River. So we are on our way, but on our way is not far. So we'll be playing a lot more of this coming up, obviously, because this game rules. And I love what they're doing here. The idea that, right, we are looting abandoned houses. We are trading with people, though if we don't get a good deal, a fight might break out. As we progress and we start running into other trains, I bet we could have a lot of stress going on. We're scavenging for what we can. We're spending that on improving the living situation, turning our train cars from the, most depressing, bare bones bunks, a weapons rack, and a crappy table, into something actually well furnished with multiple bunks, relatively comfortable, relatively well decorated. We get a lot of space here. Obviously we need an artillery car to really let things happen. But in terms of, communicating the hows, right, as they said, our goal is... or the goal in the game is to communicate the hows of this experience, less than the literal whats. The whats are well known. The hows are much more interesting. And thus far, they communicate this sense of what the train is like in the first part. Crowded, low morale, super stressed out, stealing and pillaging as you go, just because you have to do it to survive. And it's hitting it. Right, it's hitting all the right beats, and clearly the work that they've put in gels really nicely with the research I've done. So I am super duper impressed. I think this is a fantastic addition to History Game series. And I super appreciate y'all coming and joining me, both for the lecture and for all of it. If you enjoyed this, of course, make sure you hit the follow button, because that helps a big deal. In order to be notified for all the future streams. And if you want to support the channel further, you can head over to patreon.com/ludohistory, where you can support the channel. You can also subscribe here on Twitch for as little as, with Prime subs, gifted subs, whatever, to unlock some bonus emotes. And if you want more history content, you can also join us in the Discord and check out the new website at ludohistory.com, where there's a blog post on cultural heritage stuff for you to enjoy right now. And see some, plans of what future things are coming up. So, it looks like there's no one to rate, so we'll just call the stream there. But thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your evenings. Okay? Good night. And once again, thank you to all of our patrons listed here, and to all of our new followers as you come past, and the subscribers, resubs, and gifted subs. You were all super duper appreciated. The support has been lovely to see. Thank you, everyone. And once again, thank you for indulging my lectures, right? That's super cool. And I hope everyone has a good rest of your evenings. Okay? See you next time.